Hey guys, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be telling you about what I packed with me for my trip to Iceland, things that I thought that were really helpful on the trip, things that I didn't even think about bringing, or things that I was really happy that I brought. So this is kind of a follow-up to the last video that I made, which was my packing list and just basically showing you guys what I'm packing with me. And this is kind of just a follow-up, so maybe you watched that one and you're like, okay, maybe you need a bit more information. It's all right here. I have a few more things that were really helpful and things that I was happy I had with me, or things that I just didn't think about and maybe I should have. And also, if you guys can't tell by my voice, I did catch a cold over in Iceland. Everybody who I roomed with did. It probably had something to do with like it being 80 degrees in New York, then we automatically went to like 50 degrees. That was probably it. And also, I just wanted to give a little bit of a background behind like the trip and why I went and everything. So I went with my school, and it was an optional field trip that you could choose to go on. So I chose to go on it. It wasn't for like a class or like credit or anything. We did get a few service hours from it, but that was it. It was just basically a trip that you could choose to go on. You had to pay for it yourself, so obviously not everybody went. There was only about 30 of us who were on the trip out of like the 900 girls who go to my school. Okay, so now let's get into the actual content of this video instead of me just rambling. Okay, so the first thing that I would definitely suggest bringing with you is a bag for your phone for when you go to the Blue Lagoon. So the Blue Lagoon, obviously it's water. Phones aren't waterproof. They should get on that. And you might want to take pictures in the Blue Lagoon. So I would suggest bringing just like a Ziploc bag, or they make like plastic phone pouches, put your phone into, and sometimes they have like lanyards on them or whatever. So I would suggest bringing one of those if you want to take pictures in the Blue Lagoon, just to protect your phone, so it doesn't get wet or like splashed or whatever. I think that would be pretty helpful. Or obviously, maybe you have, not obviously, or if you have a GoPro or some sort of waterproof phone case, you can definitely use that. But if you don't have one of those, instead of spending like a lot of money, just get like a 5-cent Ziploc bag, put your phone into it, it'll be all safe and you're set. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is a power strip. I didn't think about this, but a girl who I roomed with did, and she brought one, and it could honestly be very helpful. However, ours did cause the fuse to blow in our room. Love that. And so we didn't end up using it, but if that didn't blow our fuse, we probably would have used it. Because when you think about it, it's so helpful. You just put in one outlet, and you can put in all of your you can put all of your just like American plugs into it, and that would just make it super convenient and easy, especially if you have a lot of little plugs like your phone charger, camera charger, hair straightener, like whatever you might have. You can definitely just easily plug everything in, and I think this is super helpful for if you have like a big family that's going on the trip, or if you're going with a lot of people, or for like anywhere even. But I think for a country that you need to get a power adapter for, it's definitely most helpful, because then you only need to get the one thing, and you could probably even find a power strip with a European plug in it, or like wherever country you're going to, or continent. Europe is not a country. So you could definitely just get that, and it's super easy just to plug everything in, and you only are using up one plug, and you only need one adapter. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is to go to the grocery store and buy snacks. It might sound weird, and you're probably like, no, like I'm going here to get the culture of, I was about to say England. You're probably like, no, I want to go and get like the culture of the country. Well, if you're like me and you're a picky eater and you hate fish, you might want to get some snacks from the grocery store. One of our tour guides, he said, okay, like when we get to the hotel, there's a grocery store basically around the corner. We're gonna go there, pick up any snacks that you want, and so you can bring them with you for like hiking, or maybe one night you don't like the dinner, so you just eat that. And a super good idea, especially because all the girls who most of the girls who I was going with, they were basically like picky eaters, so I would definitely suggest going to the grocery store and getting snacks. And we went to the Cronin grocery store, which is a chain, like there's a ton around in Iceland, and they had a lot of just like American snacks, a lot of like cereal. I got a lot of like Kind bars, candy. I got water bottles there, soda, chips, popcorn, like anything, they have it. So I would suggest that, especially if you are going, maybe not just to have them in your hotel room, but if you're going out to hike or whatever, to just pick up some groceries and some snacks to have, like protein bars, water, whatever you might like. That's up to you. You choose what you want to eat. I would definitely suggest doing that because I thought that was just a really good idea. The next thing probably sounds very simple also, but it's to bring tissues with you and to especially pack them in your day bag, like the bag that you're bringing with you all day. I brought just a ton of like mini packs of tissues with me, and especially because when I hike, my nose just like tends to run so much. I don't know why, but it does. Having a pack of tissues with me really did help out, especially because I did get a cold, as you guys can hear. And just having tissues with me was just very like smart. It's very like mom friend thing to do, but honestly, be the mom friend. Bring your tissues. Don't have a runny nose. The hotel that we stayed at in Reykjavik, they did have tissues, like a tissue box, so I guess you could just like take it from the hotel with you if you wanted to. The second hotel that we stayed at, they didn't have tissues in the room that I noticed, unless they were like on the other side and I'm just lazy and didn't look for them. But just to have tissues on you is super good. Also, when I hike, it didn't happen to me on this trip, but when I went to Yellowstone, it happened literally like every 5 seconds. I got a nosebleed, so if I didn't have tissues on me, I would have been having blood all over my clothes, and we don't like that. The next thing that I want to talk about is shoes, and that is to bring sturdy shoes. I brought I brought my hiking boots, my regular sneakers, my Birkenstocks, my Old Navy flip-flops, my Ugg moccasins, and my booties. I was there for a week. I brought 6 pairs of shoes for a week. So obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm an overpacker, but I would definitely say to bring a sturdy pair of shoes, like hiking boots, or like a strong pair of sneakers. Definitely not Converse, definitely not Vans, like your best shoes. Not like your best nicest shoes, but like your strongest shoes that you have. Because you don't want to be like hiking in Converse. That's just not very smart, like wherever you go. So either just your regular pair of like sneakers or a pair of hiking boots. Or some girls on my trip, they wore like Timberland boots or rain boots, which I guess are pretty sturdy. Or like some girls wore like duck boots. So any like strong pair of shoes that you have that are good for walking long distances or inclines or hiking, anything like that, I definitely would suggest to bring those. Okay, next I'm going to be telling you about a backpack. Definitely carry a backpack or a larger bag with you. I would just suggest a backpack because it goes over you, instead of like a purse that like you have to put crossbody or like hold on like uncomfortably. So a backpack is good. I brought a Jansport with me, but some people, they just have like tiny little like Herschel backpacks or like small long shot backpacks. Whatever you might have is just like good, but definitely bring a backpack with you because there are a few things that you're going to want to put in there, and I'm going to touch on those in a second. So the first thing that you definitely should have in your backpack with you is like a small compact raincoat that you can like fold up very small and like put in there. They don't take up much space, so that's really good if you want to just bring it with you. Raincoats are generally pretty light, so it's not taking up a lot of weight or adding a lot of weight to your back. This is very important because it rains pretty like on and off in Iceland, but it did rain every day that we were there. Sometimes just drizzles or like mist, sometimes a little bit harder than a drizzle, but it never was like a torrential downpour. So for that reason, I just didn't use the umbrella that I brought or the poncho. but I did use the raincoat a lot. And then the next thing to have in your backpack is your portable charger. I did put this in the last video that I made, and I told you guys that my phone dies every single second. Like at a drop of a hat, my phone could be dead. And that has a lot to do with the temperature. So if it's cold out, my phone just will die on like 45%. It has no reason to other than the fact that it's cold. So since I had the portable charger with me, the problem was solved. My phone was able to come back to life, and it was just like so annoying because we hiked on a glacier, so obviously it's a glacier, it's cold, so my phone died when I got to the top of it, and I didn't really feel like reaching into my backpack to grab out my camera, because then I could drop it and everything. So it was just very inconvenient when you would get to like a really pretty scenic spot and your phone would just die. So having a portable charger with you is great. Definitely would recommend that. And then kind of something else that you could put in your backpack is Advil. Whenever I hike, I get really bad headaches. I don't know why, like it's unexplainable, but I just get really like bad headaches, probably because of the fresh air. I literally am inside all the time, and they can last me the whole day. So definitely get some Advil. You can buy it in the airport, you can buy it anywhere, or whatever painkiller you prefer. I shouldn't assume your preference. Also, like, we did a lot of sitting because we were on a bus most of the time, so my back just like hurts a lot. So yeah, so just to have Advil with you, especially if you're like hiking, maybe you get some aches or pains, you just want some painkiller, definitely bring some with you. This is also kind of just simple knowledge that everybody knows to bring painkiller with you on vacation, but don't forget it. The next thing that I want to touch on is to wear layers. I never actually checked the weather app when we were there, so I don't know exactly how cold it is or how warm it was, whatever the temperature was that day. I don't know. So to have layers with you is really good. Usually I wore an athletic type of long sleeve and then my Patagonia over it, and I was like good for the whole like temperature the whole day. I did also always have in my backpack my hat and gloves. I didn't really wear my scarf just because I feel like I always get very choked by it. My nose is running so much right now. Oh, it's bleeding. Be right back. So I think I was talking about layers. So, and then also that's the good thing about having like a small rain jacket is to just keep it with you to layer on over when it does start raining, because it does start raining. As far as like pants go, a lot of girls who were on the trip, sometimes they would wear like leggings and then sweatpants over top, but I just didn't bring any sweatpants, so I just wore leggings all day. And I felt with the athletic leggings that I brought, I did feel warmer in those, but just like the plain cotton leggings, I did feel a bit colder in them, but that could just be me also. The last thing that I would suggest bringing after having gone to Iceland is to definitely put games and music on your phone that don't require Wi-Fi. So for music, you can download songs from iTunes or Apple Music or Spotify, whatever your preference is. And then for games, you're most likely going to be sitting on a bus or in a car for a lot of time just driving, and while the Icelandic countryside is beautiful, it looks the same everywhere. So if you just have a few like Wi-Fi free games on your phone, they could definitely be fun to play in the car or on the bus. For most of the trip, I played 1010. This is not sponsored. I just really kind of have an addiction to that game. It's very not good. So yeah, just have some like Wi-Fi free games and Wi-Fi free music on your phone is good, because if you're like me, I was in a different country, so I couldn't, not that I couldn't, but to pay like data roaming fees, it's a lot. I would rather not do that, so I just turned my data off. I did turn on like every few hours or so just to like get any iMessages or check Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that. But just to have things that don't require Wi-Fi is very good, so you don't have to worry about data roaming. And then just to kind of tag along to that is bring actual games. We played a lot of like Uno and BS, and just like other card games. in our hotel room, just because there's not much to do at night. So definitely that. And then also, to go along with music is to bring a speaker if you're on a bus. Since we were on a bus, they can't really play music like through the system, but one of the girls on the trip did bring a speaker with her, so that allowed us to like listen to whatever music we wanted to through the speaker, and then everybody on the bus could listen to it, obviously. And then just to kind of talk about things that I didn't feel that I needed. Basically, I thought that I packed pretty well. Everything that I had with me I used, basically, except for a few pieces of clothing, just because I am an overpacker. I did pack too many shoes, but I'm an overpacker. That's just me. The only thing that I packed with me that I didn't use and that I thought was useless to me was makeup. I packed not a full face, I just packed like concealer, bronzer, mascara, and eyebrow products, but I didn't even touch that. That was my last concern on this trip. I didn't even care about it. Shouldn't have brought it, just because I didn't wear it and took up a lot of space in my like makeup bag, and it added on a little bit of weight to my suitcase. But that was just me. Obviously, I didn't know what we were going to be doing, if we were having any like nicer dinners, or if I ever wanted to wear it. So if you're not an everyday makeup wearer, don't even bother really with it, unless obviously you're going to like a fancier dinner. It's all in circumstances. My circumstance didn't require me to have it, so I didn't use it. I also brought like a crossbody pocketbook with me. Didn't use that either. It's just little things that I brought personally that I didn't think I needed, but obviously depending on what type of trip you're going on, you might need it. So yeah, so basically that's that on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Iceland packing mini series, I guess. I didn't vlog anything. I did take a few video clips and I took a ton of pictures, so I don't know if I'm going to be like compiling that or doing anything with it, but if you want to see some pictures, definitely check out my Instagram. It's just emily.lynn. I'll write it right here so you can see it. It's always in the description and at the end of the video too. You can check out my Instagram if you want to see those. I posted a ton of pictures. Then I also have like a little story highlight thing on my page, so definitely you can go check that out. Make sure to follow me too while you're there. Why not? If you have any questions about anything, about Iceland, about whatever, I don't even care, definitely leave them down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you want to see this for any other trips that I'm going on, because we are going on another super exciting trip coming up next month. If you guys want to see the same type of video for the next trip that I'm going on, which is super fun, I'm going to Hawaii with my whole family. If you want to see this type of video for that trip, definitely let me know in the comments. Yeah, and if you guys have any like questions, or if you want to like say like, oh, should I bring this, like comment that down below in this video. I will get back to you and to you guys what I think. Maybe I'll help you out. Hopefully this video helps you if you're planning to go to Iceland anytime soon. I hope this video helped. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and comment down below anything. I'll see you next time. Bye!